Sports entertainment is a world that is quite frankly absolutely bonkers. It's that heady mix of what it would be like if you watched a British soap opera, but instead of doing the majority of talking, they actually just beat the crap out of each other for about 20 minutes. Actually reverse that round, and that's what wrestling is like today. Like with any great soap opera, it sometimes needs the odd celebrity cameo just to give it a bit of a boost. But the difference being is that these celebrities need to know how to wrestle. Some can do it quite successfully, others are pretty damn terrible. I'm Andrew Durning from Raw is Ginger, and these are my top 5 celebrities turned wrestlers. Number 5, David Arquette. Now, I'll be completely honest, I never watched WCW during its David Arquette days. I was a WWF man. But when I found out that David Arquette was made WCW champion, I genuinely almost pissed my pants laughing. This is Deputy Dewey from the Scream franchise, the World Heavyweight Champion? How was that possible? Oh wait, Ready to Rumble. But despite the baffling decision to make David Arquette the World Heavyweight Champion, I gotta give him props for actually going through with it in the first place. David Arquette didn't think that he was going to be up to the task of being a wrestler. He himself admitted he didn't have the right attributes, and the money that he made from this he actually donated to the families of Owen Hart, Brian Pillman, Brian Hildebrand, and Darren Drozdov. And despite this not being the most successful run in an otherwise glittering acting career, he stayed a wrestling fan. He even appeared in an episode of WWE Raw in 2010, and then in 2018 tried to be a serious professional wrestler for a documentary. Granted, he got his ass handed to him by Nick Gage, but he proved that there was a lot more in the tank than we gave Arquette credit for back in those WCW days. He took quite a few serious bumps in all of his stints, and I know that there's a lot of people out there that couldn't have done what he done. Number 4, Mike Tyson. This is going to be a little bit of a controversial one. In the days of the Attitude Era, Mike Tyson was infamously banned from boxing and decided to jump ship over to Vince McMahon's promotion. Tyson's debut in the world of sports entertainment got off to a raucous start, with him and Stone Cold Steve Austin almost coming to blows at one point. This not only got the attention of the casual wrestling fan, but mainstream media as a whole, and got some much needed eyeballs on WWF, WWE at a time when they weren't doing so well in the Monday Night Wars. He was a guest enforcer during Shawn Michaels and Steve Austin's match at WrestleMania 14, and became an unofficial member of D-Generation X, were one of the biggest factions in the WWF at that point. He appeared as a guest host on Raw in January 2010 and even got into the Squared Circle in a tag team match with Chris Jericho against D-Generation X. At first the duo had their way until Tyson revealed a DX t-shirt he was wearing underneath a black shirt he was wearing and knocked out Chris Jericho, which allowed Shawn Michaels to pin Jericho and give DX the win. Given the fact that this is one of the baddest men on the planet and also got inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame as the class of 2012, that's why he just overtakes David Arquette. And besides, me and Mike Tyson are so alike. We're both 5'11" and both born on the 30th of June. Sorry, Iron Mike. Number 3, Stephen Amell. Stephen Amell grew up a wrestling fan, and many wrestlers of Amell's generation were also comic book fans, so it's not too surprising that eventually there would be a crossover. After a massive campaign online to get Stephen Amell on WWE Raw, he ended up in a feud with the wrestler then known as Stardust, who we now know as the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes. This led to a match between Stardust and King Barrett against Stephen Amell and the wrestler then known as Neville, which was actually a pretty entertaining match. Amell and Cody Rhodes hit it off and became close friends, and it even resulted in Cody Rhodes getting an appearance on Arrow as a result. Amell then became part of the Bullet Club in the Elite and has appeared in Ring of Honor in a match with Cody, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, and now Amell's main focus has been in the TV series Heels, where he plays an owner and top heel of an independent wrestling promotion. So I think in terms of celebrity crossovers into the wrestling world, Amell's done pretty good for himself. Number 2, Logan Paul. Okay, here we go. Despite what you may think about Logan Paul, you can't deny that in between the ropes of the Squared Circle, he's a pretty damn good wrestler for a celebrity. At the time of this recording, Logan Paul's YouTube channel has over 23 million subscribers, made special guest appearances in programs such as Law & Order SVU, and even attempted amateur boxing fighting fellow YouTuber KSI. He made his professional wrestling debut as The Miz's tag team partner at WrestleMania 38 in April 2022. which they won, and Logan Paul did rightly receive praise for his performance. He then managed to sign a multi-event contract with WWE in June of that year, and has since performed at events such as SummerSlam, where he defeated The Miz, and then at Crown Jewel, which he lost to Roman Reigns, unsurprisingly, but surprisingly, actually made a really good showing of it. His appearance in the Royal Rumble of 2023 and his spot with Ricochet was genuinely jaw-dropping, and then even though he lost his match against Seth freaking Rollins at WrestleMania 39, the future is looking pretty bright for this celebrity turned wrestler. Number 1, Bad Bunny. This is when I put my cards on the table and tell you that I didn't actually realise Bad Bunny was anything other than a professional wrestler until I got told that he was actually a Puerto Rican rapper. That's not me being racist, by the way, I just don't keep up with modern music. That being said, Mr. Bunny is very successful in his original profession as rapper, singer, songwriter, record producer, actor, and then he has now become a professional wrestler. He made several non-wrestling appearances as well as wrestling in matches at WrestleMania 37 in 2021, and then his most infamous one, which will go down in history as probably one of the best celebrity matches of all time, was recently at Backlash 2023. This street fight had a bit of everything. It had your old school Attitude Era vibes, it had a lot of interference, and it even had the return of the Latino World Order. And Carlito. I mean, honestly, that man looks better now than he did when he debuted. It makes sense that we end this list the way we started it, as Bad Bunny is also a one-time WWE champion of the 24/7 division. But a champion nonetheless. I think what tops him over Logan Paul is that while Logan Paul is delivering on a consistent level, Bad Bunny is taking time away from the squared circle, getting back into his original profession, and coming back and still killing it. Imagine if this guy was going in the wrestling 24/7. He would be a worthy champion. And that is my list of the top 5 celebrities turned wrestlers. Who would you have on your list? Be sure to let us know in the comments below. Be sure to hit that big old subscribe button. And we'll catch you in the next video.